Howdy, this video is to provide feedback and details about the reflection portion of the Worldview essay. I've read the essays, and I noticed a prevailing trend in the reflection section. Students would often just repeat their worldview, possibly not even realizing that they were doing it. They might reference very briefly a period of life and then go on to say this made them realize something, but they don't give details about that point in their life. For example, in high school, I realized this, that, and the other. That is not sufficient to have a detailed reflection. The point of the assignment is to think about the detailed life experience that led you to believe the thing that you believe. This is called metacognition, and it is a deep level of critical thinking, and it is a very important skill to do. It helps you recognize why you believe the things that you do, and this skill will help you throughout life, even in professional and non-professional fields, or in professional life and outside of professional life, if you can master it. It's very important. So I want you to think about the specific life experiences that led you to believe the things that you do. If you can't find one, then you move on to a different prompt. You need to pick a prompt. That's why I give you multiple prompts, that you can select specific life experience or experiences that led you there. For example, let's say something happened in high school, like you learned about something in high school. Don't just say, I learned something in high school. Tell me, what was the class? What were the lessons? What age were you? What was happening in your life? What was happening in the world? Like, what were the specifics of that experience? Paint the picture for me. So be very careful to explain the life experience. Tell me a story about your life. That's probably the best way I could tell you to do it. Tell me a story about your life that influenced the way that you think. Tell me and your peers. Please be very careful to not tell me what you thought about that experience, because that's a very fast way to slip into repeating your worldview. And many students do this, and it will count you, you'll get counted off every time. So tell me the story of the life. Tell me the story of the life experience that influenced your worldview, that got you where you're thinking. Be very careful to not repeat your worldview. If you find yourself saying things like, I believe, I think, we should, they should, in my opinion, I realized, I came to understand, all of those things are the start of repeating your worldview and telling me what your worldview is and is not what you're supposed to be doing in the second paragraph. So be mindful for those things. So those things are an explanation of your worldview, and they go in the first paragraph. The first paragraph is when you're explaining to me what your worldview is about a particular environmental situation that is one of the prompts, while incorporating course terms, which are found in the glossary, and defining them while answering the questions. Make sure you answer the questions. Paragraph B is telling me the story of your life that influenced that belief. So, in short, make sure you find course terms that are in the glossary. Make sure you define them. Do not give examples as definitions. That's not a definition. Define them in a very clear way so that the reader knows and I know that you know what that term means. Make sure that they are used in context and it doesn't seem like it's just plopped down in the middle of the paragraph and it's not very clear as to why it's there. Make sure you answer all the questions in the prompt. Please don't delete anything that shouldn't be deleted. So read the instructions on the template very well. And then in the reflection, tell me the story of the life experience so that I can imagine what it was like for you living through Hurricane Harvey, what it was for you when you went on a study abroad, what it was like for you when you had this research experience that helped you understand biodiversity on a deeper level. Tell me that story in detail. That's what I need to hear. All right. Thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing all of your reflections and learning about your life story that influenced your worldview. That's what we want to learn about. Thanks.